So with Chapter 6 Season 2 Lawless ending 4 days as of writing this video, I wanted to make a video going over what happened in the season and how good the story was. So without further delay, let's get into it. To fully understand this season, we first have to go back to the end of Chapter 6 Season 1, the mini-live event, The Confrontation. This event saw Dago fight Shogun X to free his sister Jade from the demon realm as she was trapped in it. And after the most plot armor I've ever seen, Dago was able to kill Shogun X, and honestly, this might be the best mini-live event that we've ever gotten. But it led to a lot of Shogun X's essence heading back into the portal, and it overwhelmed it and caused it to explode, and a bunch of gold came out of it. And Jade believed that it would bring great chaos to the island, and it did exactly that the next season. The start of Season 2 saw the gold from the portal alter the surrounding area, which led to Fletcher Kane, one of Midas's old friends, to exploit the resource for his own personal gain by founding the Alpha Mining Company, creating shiny shafts. He used his newly found wealth to create banks around the map to protect his gold stash, including one in Crimson City, also known as Crime City, due to all the crime. He also created a huge resort called Outlaw Oasis, along with his own personal mansion called Lone Wolf's Lair. Due to all the criminals in Crimson City, a power struggle started between Fletcher Kane and the criminal underworld, creating a war for gold on the island. Some of the people on the criminal side were Skillet, a possum thing, Josh, a scientist, and Keisha Cross. They all worked together to make several black markets throughout the island, which served as places where outlaws could get weapons, but also a place where they could relax and create new alliances, one of which was the man himself, Midas, and he earned a name for himself around the island as he has been going around doing things for free, which has caused people like Josh to be suspicious of what he's planning. Skillet, the possum guy, nicknamed the King of Boom, decided he should plant some explosives in Lone Wolf's Lair vaults after Fletcher Kane took all of his money. Josh, on the other hand, thought that the island's magic was just science that hasn't been understood yet, which is something that Thor has definitely said in the MCU before. That was all from the start of the season. Now let's get into what happened in the middle, starting with the quest. The first of which being Wanted, Skillet. The Looper, which is us, is contacted by Skillet to prove our worth to him by collecting gold, which gives us the nickname Ratso. We are also tasked with opening vaults with thermite to get gold. We also sabotage Fletcher Kane's payphone to limit the reinforcements, allowing Valentina, the robber queen, to break into Kane's personal vault, and the three of them decide to split the money 3 ways. Next up is Wanted, Josh. Josh, even after seeing the magic on the island and hearing what others are saying, still believes that the magic is just science, which includes Big Dill, the pickle guy's birth, and also the gold from the demon realm portal. She contacts the Looper for her research and sends them to talk to Big Dill to study him. The Looper gets records and takes bottles of brine for Josh. Her conclusion, you ask? Well, obviously it's just that Big Dill is a big party animal stuck inside the body of a briny pickle. Yes, that is the actual conclusion for that storyline. After that, Joss wants evidence for her gold theories, so she sends us to get DNA samples by killing some people and finds nothing. Then she sends us to get mineral samples of the rocks the plasma burst laser breaks, and she says that they are nearly perfect. Joss sends us to meet her at the black market to give her the minerals, and is shocked when it turns out to just be normal gold ore, but she still doesn't believe in magic somehow. The next part of the story is Baron Escalation Tax, which is where Fletcher Kane wants more money, so he increases the taxes on all vending machines by 100%. And the black market has stayed exactly the same, so the community is entirely with the black market and against Fletcher Kane. The next quest is Golden Gunslinger and follows a rebellion against Kane. This quest follows Midas's rise to take down Fletcher Kane with his right-hand man Brutus, and they join forces with the Outlaws to get more weapons. Midas contacts the Looper, who impressed him back in Chapter 5 Season 2, which was the Greek season, and he sends us on missions to test our abilities. The Looper and Midas join forces, but Midas does not fully trust us yet, and the Outlaws form a rebellion against Kane after the taxes, and Midas becomes more popular, gaining the nickname the Golden Gunslinger. The next quest is Wanted, Midas. After Kane's vaults were damaged, the Looper got to join the Outlaws as a member, and Midas contacted them again to test their trust by having them do shadow briefings. And then they sent the Looper to bribe the Outlaws with gold. After that, the Looper gained Midas's trust. Midas told the Looper he had a hunch about something and then sent him to get energy traces near the broken spirit portal. Midas told the Looper if he was correct, they should both recognize the energy as it comes from Reality Zero, aka the first 3 chapters of Fortnite. Once Midas got the energy, he confirmed that it was in fact from the 0 point. Midas sent the Looper to Dago's lair to steal a copy of his mask-making book, as Dago for some reason also wanted the 0 shard, and he was associated with Fletcher Kane and gave his army the Mask of Power. Midas and the Looper later had a conversation where Midas revealed that many people wanted the 0 shard, including Dago and Fletcher Kane, and he admitted he also wanted it for his own ambitions, but as of that moment, the Looper and Midas's goals were the same: stop Dago and Fletcher Kane from getting the shard. Midas also agreed to work with Hope and Jones if necessary, as they were allies of the Looper. The next quest is Legendary Outlaw, the Looper. The Looper continued working on uniting the outlaws and became a well-renowned outlaw in his own right. In the process of getting the Legendary Outlaw keycard, they talked with Midas, where Midas recognized how important it was to unite the outlaws and that Kane's days were numbered. He then thanked the Looper for their assistance. The next quest is the Wanted, Keisha Cross. As Cassidy Quinn is preparing a heist that Midas ordered to keep Kane busy, her best friend Keisha Cross contacted the Looper to test their abilities. She first sends them to help Cassidy, agreeing to steal Kane's personal whiplash, and then they drive off with it. Later, the Looper spied on Kane's communications, where they hear that Kane reacted to their heist. Then, they discover that Kane is delivering Dago gold, and a mysterious machine is being installed in Dago's workshop. The next part of the storyline is espionage continues. While spying on Kane's communications, the Looper hears about Kane wanting to put an end to Midas. Then they hear more about Dago and the Fletcher's relationship, and that Dago is being protected by Alpha guards. They learn that the Fletchers providing Dago with gold in exchange for power. The next quest is Wanted, Baron. Midas sends the Looper to investigate Kane's plan, first sending them to Lone Wolf Lair, where they find files on the zero shard. Then they search Kane's vault and notice a bunch of bars are missing. Then they find a mysterious mask on the wall. Midas then asks the Looper to gear up to take Kane down. They then read orders that the gold was being sent to a collaborator, which Midas knew. To see if he was right, Midas sent the Looper to a convoy to find out where it was heading, and as Midas guessed, the mask workshop was where it was heading. The mask workshop had a dark, eerie feeling, as if the island itself didn't like what Dago was up to here. The Looper found a dark mask-making machine, which looked sinister. The Looper found out what Kane had done with the bars and reported it to Midas. Midas then figured out that Kane and Dago's plan was that Dago supplied Kane with a mask and promised him unlimited power, and in exchange, Kane gave gold to Dago to make his mask more powerful until they were strong enough to open up the spirit portal again and to obtain the 0 shard from it. He then notes that Dago probably will betray Kane in the process, and that they have to be stopped. The final quest is Dago's fate. Dago and Kane relocate to a riverbank in Magic Mosses, where they reconstruct the broken spirit portal from where Dago saved Jade and killed Shogun X. While Kane protects him, Dago works his magic on the portal, fully convinced that he is the only person who can save the island. As he works on the portal, a beam shoots into the sky, becoming stronger over time, and it attracts the attention of a mysterious spaceship, also known as the Death Star, which begins orbiting the island and perfectly brings us into Chapter 6 Season 3's Star Wars season. And that's the end of the recap of Chapter 6 Season 2 storyline. If you guys liked it, make sure to like and subscribe to get me to 6,000 subs by June, and make sure to comment on what you thought about the storyline for this season. And also, shout out to Fortnite.fandom. I could not have made this video without it, as I kind of clocked out this season. And if you really like this video, you can cash at me, but that's not enough out of me. Goodbye.